twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home. Front street, tell it all when I make a song. Long live my brother Dave, he ain't make it home.
Yo, what's up everyone, it's Blue Nova. I'm here to bring you guys a new tutorial on how to get vocal effects like NBA Youngboy in the song Kacey Talk. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so that you're notified every time there's a new video. So a lot of people were requesting this vocal preset and I'm here to finally do it with all the requests that I had. If you want to go ahead and get the vocal preset, you can get it on bluenovabeats.com. Just go to the store, click on the vocal presets tab, and you can get the Kacey Talk vocal preset with my raw vocals inside. So this tutorial is going to be focused on using wave plugins. There will be a FL Studio version available for everyone who just has FL Studio and doesn't have waves. So now let's get into it. So the first thing I have right here is on the master channel. I'm going to turn off what I have with Studio Racks. I'm going to select this portion that we're going to work with, and we're going to mute the instrumental. We're going to right click and solo with the lead vocal, just so that we're just working with this. The lead vocal is routed to this insert, so all there is on this insert are just Autotune. So with that, let's go ahead and just start it and turn off the effects right here. So with Autotune, there's a decent amount of Autotune going on in NBA Youngboy's vocals. So what I found the key and scale to be is D sharp minor. The retune speed I set it around 14, just because I felt like that was good for me. And aside from that, you guys can go ahead and hear the quality. So this was gonna sound like. Whoops. Let's go ahead and turn this back on and just turn off Studio Rack.
New suit, yeah, big boss. I know I ain't here, not young niggas saying double back twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home. Front street, tell it all when I make a song. Long live my brother Dave, he ain't make it home. New suit.
So yeah, the first thing, just having Autotune. Next, we're gonna go into the actual processing of the vocal. So what we have is Studio Rack. With Studio Rack, you can load all your waves plugin using this. So the first thing we have is going to be the art compressor, and we're gonna turn off all these other effects and just work our way down. So the first thing we have is the art compressor. So these are the settings I have. The ratio, I kept it around 2.12, and the attack had it around 8.97, the release 69.8, and the threshold just dropped it down to negative 13.4. Your threshold is gonna vary with some of your vocals depending on how loud or low you record. I'm just dropping mine down to where it's hitting the lowest peak of the vocal. So this is what it sounds like.
New suit, yeah, big boss. I know I ain't here, not young niggas saying double back twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home. Front street, tell it all when I make a song. Long live my brother Dave, he ain't make it home. New suit, yeah.
So yeah, with this vocal, there's a lot of heavy compression going on because there was some variations to where I recorded lower with the input on my mic. So that's why you're gonna see some heavier compression going on right here in the vocal going past the threshold. So after that, we're going to the next thing, which is the EQ. So we're using the F6 RTA. And the F6 RTA, we're just cutting out some frequencies and boosting it. With the F6, we're using it's basically kind of like some multi-band compression going on with the vocals. So this was gonna sound like and look like.
New suit, yeah, big boss. I know I ain't here, not young niggas saying double back twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home. Front street, tell it all when I make a song. Long live my brother Dave, he ain't make it home. New suit.
So that's why you're seeing the bands going up. You're seeing the bands going down when certain peaks are coming into the vocal. Essentially, these are already set at some areas, but whenever it's coming in hotter, then we're going to push it down with a threshold. After that, we're just really doing some boosting with a high end frequency, so just boosting that around 7.6 decibels. After that, we're using another EQ, which is the REQ6, and we're just doing some more adjustments to the overall sound, and just cutting out some more of the low end and boosting some more of the high end. So this is what it sounds like.
New suit, yeah, big boss. I know I ain't here, not young niggas saying double back twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home. Front street, tell it all when I make a song. Long live my brother Dave, he ain't make it home. New suit.
So after that, we're moving to the next thing, which is a de-esser. So de-esser by waves, all I'm doing is just bringing down the threshold towards hitting the lowest part. And sometimes with the de-esser, you can sometimes push the threshold a little bit more just so that it's taking care of the sibilance in your vocals. So these are the settings that I have.
New suit, yeah, big boss. I know I ain't here, not young niggas saying double back twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home. Front street, tell it all when I make a song.
After that, we're moving to using Vitamin. Now, Vitamin is basically an exciter that I use to really just boost some more frequencies in the vocal so that it's sitting well in the mix. So after loading the Vitamin plugin, you just want to boost it to around these levels. So this is what it sounds like.
New suit, yeah, big boss. I know I ain't here, not young niggas saying nothing. Double back twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home, front street. Tell it all when I make a song. Long live my brother Dave, he ain't make a home. New suit.
So after that, using an L1 limiter. And when you load the L1 limiter, you just want to bring your release all the way down to 0. That's something I personally do. I don't like my release up. The ceiling, I have it set to -6, so the vocals are going to be playing at -6. That's something I found whenever I leveled my vocals against NBA Youngboy's original song, then it sounded like it fit well within that level. So that's why I said there, the threshold, I'm just pushing it down to where it's at the lowest part so that I'm really just getting the fullest sound of the vocal. So this is what it sounds like.
New suit, yeah, big boss. I know I ain't here, not young niggas saying nothing. Double back twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home, front street. Tell it all when I make a song. Long live my.
After that, we're using Siblings. Siblings is basically another de-esser that comes in and takes out some of the high-end frequencies in the vocals. So playing it, this is what it sounds like.
New suit, yeah, big boss. I know I ain't here, not young niggas saying nothing. Double back twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home, front street. Tell it all when I make a song. Long live.
And after that, we just have an Reverb. Now this is just putting in some reverb in the vocals, and this is what I found best that match well with NBA Youngboy's vocals playing. So this is what it sounds like.
New suit, yeah, big boss. I know I ain't here, not young niggas saying nothing. Double back twice in a row. 3 threes, pains all in my home, front street. Tell it all when I make a song. Long live.
So after that, we're gonna move into the Adlibs. So with the Adlibs right here, I went ahead and just replicated the same thing. Studio Racks, it just has the initial first set of effects that we have, but I took off Reverb because in the second studio rack, we're going to put reverb in it and with a doubler. So I'm gonna move into the section where I noticed that NBA Youngboy had a doubler on his vocal. So around right here. And we're going to right click and just have the Adlib playing. So this is what the reverb settings are gonna be. With the Reverb, these are the settings that I found. You just want to change the size of the room some, so that's not exactly in the same space of the original vocal. So it sounds like it's somewhere in the background or in a different room. So these are settings you really just want to have. The doubler, this is what I had. Like I said, I noticed that NBA Youngboy has some type of widening effect on it, so I used the doubler in order to replicate that same effect. So this is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Hearing it one more time.
Yeah.
And just playing the vocal and with the Adlib at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big old player, trying to get in the heart with no cause. Yeah.
So yeah, the very last thing is adding the studio rack master channel. And with the master channel, all it is just an LNEQ broadband. And what it's doing, just adding your brick wall, cutting it at 16K, just because I noticed that the song frequency was just stopping at 16K. The very last thing is just adding the L3 Ultra Maximizer. And these are settings you just want to have. They're just going to make the entire mix stop at 0 decibels. So that's why I added it. Now playing it all together with the instrumental. And let's just highlight this section and play everything off.
Yeah, from the back, got it touching the toes. Yeah. I'm a big old player, trying to get in the heart with no code. Shopping it up for the loan, it ain't rocking. Yeah, from the back.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I did in order to replicate NBA Youngboy's vocal effects. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and put a thumbs up. Like I said, the vocal preset will be available for Wave plugin users. All you just have to have a studio rack for all the plugins to use in your vocal chain. If you need your song mix and master, just go to the bottom of my site, go to contact form, and just send me a message there, and I'll send a message back as soon as I can. If you guys have any more requests, then put in the comment section, and I'll catch everyone on the next video.
Back twice in a row, 3 threes, pains all in my home, front street. Tell it all when I make a song. Long live my brother Dave, he ain't make a home. Y'all on me like she need me. I don't need you at all. She believe me. She mad every time when really I ain't know. Got me